Well, hello, guys, gals, and fellow motorhead pals. We're back in my girlfriend's garage, hitting up the Camaro on day 2. We left off yesterday looking to get this fuel line disconnected, and it turns out this little bracket that holds the fuel line on here from GM, it's just a little bit in the way of my metal performance tool fuel disconnect tool. It just doesn't want to fit in there with that little tab on there, so I got the lock off already. And so, we are taking all of our fluids. We got our oil, our trans fluid, our rear end gear oil. We got the steering oil in there. We got all the fluids in there. We got all the coolant, old coolant bottled up over here. I am going to run to the local O'Reilly's, and we will, I don't know if you knew this, they'll dispose of old oil for free. Shout out Pat McAfee. I'm going to bring the coolant to the local Valvoline, and then I'm going to see about getting a set of plastic fuel line disconnect tools that will fit in that little gap there that I can then shove into that silver piece and pop it off to remove the fuel line. And then we will get back to going on getting the motor out of this bad boy. Still got to take that strut tower brace off at some point just because I don't know if it's going to fit the new intake. I'm going to use it regardless, but I might have to modify it. So, let's venture outside of the garage here. Nice gray day in Minnesota, winter time. Fire up the Grand Prix. Oh, got that cold weather tick. If you guys know LS4s, you'll know that. Oh, this is my daily. Don't worry, I'm gonna let her warm up real nice before we go anywhere. I think this might actually be a future project. Next winter, if things go well, that intake that's currently on that LS1 is going to go on this, and we will do an AFM removal, maybe a camshaft, maybe a transmission, I don't know. But in any case, we'll let this girl warm up. We'll go to O'Reilly's, and I'll check back in with you. Just to remove any concerns, this has been a couple minutes of warming up. The ticky is gone. That's just what they do. Good old GM. Hey Motorheads, welcome back to my girlfriend's garage. So, here we are on the Camaro under the hood. Managed to get the fuel line disconnected from the rail. Put a little homemade cap on it there for safekeeping. I got a little plastic disconnect tool from O'Reilly's, and it was small enough to fit on the rail right there. And then you push it this way, all the way, and hold it, and you jam the fuel rail back that way, and then it yanks off kind of like basically like a Chinese finger trap. Is that politically correct? I don't know. Alright, well, that's done now. Put this back away with my tools here. Then we'll check our progress here. So we are currently on step 11 here. The corresponding picture there looks like they were using that nice little tool that managed to fit on the stock rail, so good for that. So yeah, next we'll move the steering shaft and the brake booster hose, which I've already done. Then we'll get the master cylinder out of there, and the shock towers, and then onto the brakes, and so on and so forth. Again, this guide is just awesome, so shout out Pat. Yeah, I'm gonna proceed along according to this guide, and I'll tune you guys back in when we've made some progress. Oh. Also, I'm going to take out the shifter and this whole center console as well, or at least the vast majority of it. Well, at least the cover, so I have access to the transmission. I'll do that now as well. Woo! Hey guys, we're back in the garage here for the next update on the Camaro. Rocking out to some Black Crows. We got the interior pretty much as stripped as we're gonna get it. Dash is out. Panel is out. Console is out. Got all that stuff stashed over here for now. That'll be more for like the running of the lines for the line lock into the cab here. The exhaust cutout, the nitrous controls, nitrous line, everything like that. And then also the Dynamat as well. So the interior is coming out now, even though it doesn't need to. I don't know, I don't need to do it later. We've been following along here. Had some success. So last time we got the fuel line out. Let me turn this down. So I am now up to here where I'm going to start loosening the lines on the ABS module because I got the steering shaft out. See, there's the end of it. And the other end is down there. Right there it is. And that was really easy to get out, just a little WD-40 on the ends, 7/16 inch wrench, or socket. And then I went ahead and took the Torx bolts out from where they were on the shock tower on this side, and the 13 millimeters out on this side. So that's done there. And the brake booster is disconnected as well. That was just to get access to these bolts down there. So yeah, now we're gonna disconnect this, and then we will go about, I believe, taking the disconnect lines off the AC and the trans cooler. Let's check. So we got brakes, fuse box, some grounds. Alright, we got AC. Then we move on to the computer. And the vacuum lines by the air conditioner. So I'm gonna keep messing. I'll keep you guys updated. From the adopted home of Steve Gorman. Keep rocking out. I'm gonna stay productive. Leave the girlfriends on the way home. We'll see how much we get done today. All right, gang, back at it. Girlfriend's home, and we are hosting people tonight. And I think for the next couple days, actually. The kids are coming. So we're gonna go baby-proof the house, clean everything up, and I'll hit it tomorrow. But I got the brake lines disconnected. All condomed up so they don't drip. But the reservoir's empty, so it should be okay. Put a little towel there. Button that up. Lift is down. Interior is fully stripped, or as stripped as it's going to be for now until I start laying the wires and doing the Dynamat. So yeah. Get out and work on your hot rods, people. See you tomorrow.